Hey, I'm trying this out. It's gonna be my first vlog ever. And it's gonna be about my trip to South Korea in 2020, right smack in the depths of a global pandemic. So I'm going to flip my camera around so you guys can see the view that I have from the quarantine facilities, otherwise known as the Ramada Hotel, ninth floor of the Gimpo Hotel. Here you go. And I will send out a video of what it looks like in the morning and in the afternoon and in the evening, just so I can remember as well. So I'm gonna try to organize these vlogs into little chunks since frankly I don't know how to edit video yet. So I may be able to add all the pictures and stuff later of things I'm gonna go over. But right now it's gonna be pretty boring, basically me talking to my phone and recording basically my memories. And if people want to know more, just reach out to me via direct message, like in Facebook or Instagram. I will definitely try to cover stuff that was hard and stuff that is making my stay much easier. All right, so I'm just going to flip this around a little bit just so I can take a break from looking at myself right now. So, what was it like to or basically why did I decide to come to South Korea? Um, it was not hard to understand. Essentially, you know, 2020. That's pretty much all I have to say. Um, California wildfires. Me being somewhat of an extrovert and not really getting a lot of the human interaction that I'm used to. Just a lot of things weighing. I mean, Greg and I, he's working full time, so he gets to go out and still interact with people. I mean, good or bad, right? He's essential because he's a chiropractor, so he could have totally brought the virus home too, but he gets to talk to a lot of people. As for me, I am also working from home where I don't really get to talk to a lot of people, but I am staring at a screen all day. Um, and and frankly, work had kind of slowed down. I'm contracting for a tech company, and it was just a situation where my skill set, my background just wasn't aligning with the current contract. So I just kind of felt like I needed to give myself a kick in the pants just to get my mind going again. I basically needed inspiration just because I felt like I was just getting dumber and dumber by the day and less inspired and a little more bitter. So, all that being said, I'm going to turn this back now. Um, I decided to just first, take little steps and ask my manager, to see if it would be okay for me to take a trip. And basically, I knew, and she knew, that if I went to South Korea, that there would be a 2-week quarantine. So essentially, I was going to be gone a month, work remote from South Korea during quarantine for the 2 weeks, and then take 2 weeks off and explore. So she was okay with that, and I just did a little more research to make sure that it was doable. And basically, the decision was made in a matter of about 3 days. Note that I had been wanting to come to South Korea since last year, so this trip was very important to me already. And then the pandemic hit, and I was thinking that it was impossible, but then things started opening up. So, as we know, things were starting to open up in California and different places. And South Korea is essentially super, I shouldn't say super safe. I mean, they have little teeny clusters that are popping up here and there, but they basically just pounce on it, right? I mean, consider me being quarantined for 2 weeks. They want to make sure that people who arrive at the airport are not going around spreading things. So I actually feel a lot safer in South Korea than I do in California. All right, I had to pause a little bit to rest my hand and give you guys a different angle. Um, all right, so why South Korea? A few different reasons. One is the Hallyu wave. So HALLYU, it's basically called the Korean wave. It's something that's been built over the last 30 years. And you know that there's like K-pop and of course K-drama. So basically all that made me very curious about the country and like, you know, what it's like to grow up here considering everything that I'm hearing, you know, in K-dramas, which all can't be true, but at least the landscapes are super beautiful, you know? So, what else? Sorry, I'm gonna stop.